Hello, everyone. This is Dawn Gage, fourth grade at McClendon Elementary. I just wanted to take a few minutes today to talk to you about the personalized review assignments that are part of SchoolCity. So, first, we're going to go over here to SchoolCity and go to assessments. Under assessments, um, I'm going to take you to an assessment that I started. It is still unpublished, and show you how to add a PRA to it. So if you come over here, I'm going to open it up. And when you're setting up your assessments, the setup at the very end of the process, you will see a blue button that says PRA. So this is for your personalized review assignments. So when you click on it, you will get this screen. It says there are no resources added to this PRA of this assessment. So, and then you will see the TEKs listed across here that are being tested. And then you'll also see that there's a challenge activity that you could put a challenge resource in here for students. So basically, when you get ready to add an activity, you choose the TEKs that you want to add activities to. I'm going to do this one right here. And I'm going to click Choose Resource. And you'll see that you can do several things here with Open Ed, YouTube, Google, or Khan Academy. So when I go in here, I'm going to go to, this takes you to your Google Drive, which means you can pull things from your Google Drive. But I'm going to go to YouTube right here and choose a video that goes with inference. Now, when you click on it, it's going to give you under keywords the actual TEK number. So you're going to have to take that out and put what you're looking for. So that you can get the right videos. Now you'll see that it gives you on here, it's giving me 50 possible resources. And so it gives you a lot of things with that listing on it. You can preview any of the videos here to see what you would like to do. And then, of course, you can come over here and choose a resource to add for the students to work on. So, for instance, if I come over here, I'm going to choose this resource. And however much time that it takes on here, this one, it will usually put the viewing time down here. What that does is when the students are working on it, it runs for that amount of time. And then, of course, when it's over, then it will give them a finish button. Um, Also, you can have it open in a new tab or window when they click on it, or you can just have it run in this window. So also, if you don't want just one activity, you can come down and add activity parts. So you can add a second resource. You can add a multiple choice type question in which you go in and you put the question text in here, and then you can put your answer choices over here. You can also do constructed response. I'm going to add another resource. Now, some of the other resources I've found that I've been able to add is some links to outside resources that my students can log into and do, in particular Canvas. So I have right here a Canvas assignment that on inferencing that my students can do, and all I would have to do is copy the URL up here and then take it back into SchoolCity on my PRA and then click here in order to add it. It defaults to a required viewing time of 2 minutes. But one thing is you do need to click open in a new tab or window. If you don't, then it will give you a message that it's going to do it for you, because this is an outside link that takes them to another site. So they would have to be able to do that. So when I save and close on here, then this is the activities that they have. So if I want to see this and view it as a student, I can click up here where it says student preview on the little eyeglasses. And when it pulls up, it will give instructions to the students that tell them that they're going to be earning stars, how many they can get for this activity. They click OK. And then you'll see that this is what they can see here. The video is right here in this screen. Now they can come down here and click open in a new tab or window to do that. And it says that when they're done, the timer is right at the right gets to 0, then they can click the finish button that appears, and they can then click to collect their stars. Now, I have this that says skip. The students will not necessarily have that. I'm going to click on this to show you. Then they get a question to answer about how helpful the resource was. That's how they earn their stars. and then they get their second resource. Now, I did have to tell my students when they were working with this the other day that they had to, when they saw this box, they would have to click on it in order to open the new tab in order to go to their assignment. When they finish that assignment, then they can go back into this tab, and when it's hit 0, then they can click the finish button. So that's what it looks like on the student end. If they have more than one assignment going across here, then they will see multiple numbers and things for other activities that need to be done. There are assignment options down here that, again, if you've got more than one assignment, you can change this here. So I'm going to show you one that's got several assignments that I've already made that my students have been working on, and show you what that looks like. So when you are looking at how your students are doing on these activities, this is one that my students have already been doing. My classes have earned 304 stars so far. And this has their activities laid out on it. So down here, I have a maximum required activities per student is 3, which would be these 3 right here. The minimum required would be 2. You can change this to 3 to make them do all of them, or you can just have it at 1. You can require students to complete all activities in the prescribed order that you have it on here. And then, of course, for class activity, that shows up down here. So I can see when they last accessed it, the time they've spent on it, and the type of scores that we've seen on students completing it. The other thing is there is a student results table. I'm not going to spend too much time looking on that because it's got students' names on it. But basically, to see individually how far students have progressed on their activities and what they've done, you can click down here and it will show you individual students. You can then click on those students and see more specific information. So this is a little bit about how the PRA works in SchoolCity. So after they've completed an assignment, the students will have at the top of their SchoolCity, theirs will say My Resources. When they go to My Resources and click on that, then any tests that have a PRA attached to it will be on that page. And when they click on it, it should open up and show them this view from the student view. And so on this student view, you'll see that they've got these things here because those are multiple activities that they have to do. So hopefully this short little tutorial has kind of helped you if you run into trouble or you have any other questions. I mean, I'm not sure how much I can answer. They have many, many other videos as part of SchoolCity in the help section. You would just have to put in PRA, and then they can give you all kinds of other things to do with it and to see. But if you have questions, my email is on the front slide, and so you can always email me and ask me any questions. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.